everyone, and welcome to CS Week's inaugural Electric Vehicle Customer Experience Forum. If you work in a utility or have been, pardon the pun, charged with rolling out your company's EV strategy, this EVCx Forum is for you. My name is Dave McKendry, Senior Fellow with the Canadian Electricity Association and a volunteer CS Week board member. I'm pleased to be your host for our EVCx Forum. For over 40 years, CS Week has been one of the largest utility customer service conferences in North America. Typically, every year, over 2,000 delegates and over 275 utilities from across the continent gather to share utility industry best practices. CS Week is a nonprofit organization, and it is built by utilities for utilities. CS Week is sponsored by tremendous organizations such as our EVCx Forum sponsor, ABB. For the first time in over 40 years, due to COVID, CS Week is not meeting in our typical and valued face-to-face format. Rather, CS Week staff have been busy spinning this large event on a dime to a virtual format, and they've done a great job. Please check out csweek.org for the complete lineup of no-cost and valuable sessions on offer. And now for the main event. By way of background, the EVCx Forum was initiated at CS Week 2019 in Phoenix, Arizona. During the CS Week Executive Summit, with 200 utility customer service executives in attendance, the concept of working together to share best practices in the EV space for the benefit of both our respective utilities and our end customers was introduced and broadly supported. From this start, representing 40 million North American electricity accounts, or an estimated 100 million end-use electricity consumers, the EVCx Forum Advisory Group has been meeting online for the past year. We've conducted surveys, held once-off webinars, and had planned to meet face-to-face at CS Week today. With the pandemic upon us, working with the advisory group, together we have prepared the agenda for our virtual CX Forum, which I know you will find to be of great value as you go about the local task of implementing your organization's EV strategy. I would like to thank EV leads and supporters from our EVCx Forum Advisory Group, including Austin Energy, City of Tallahassee, Con Ed, NMAX, Evergy, Eversource, First Energy, Florida Power and Light, Gainesville Regional Utilities, Hydro One, Hydro Ottawa, Liberty Utilities, Lincoln Electric System, Minnesota Power, Newfoundland Power, Encore, Orange and Rockland, Orlando Utilities Commission, PECO, Portland General Electric, PSE&G Long Island, SaskPower, Southern California Edison, Tucson Electric Power, the Canadian Electricity Association, and CS Week for your ongoing support and interest in preparing for our first EVCx Forum. Think of the EVCx Forum as an annual summit or gathering of thought leaders, strategists, and doers from utilities that are tasked with developing and implementing electric transportation strategies across North America. Instead of each of us reinventing the wheel, your investment of time in the EVCx Forum will pay dividends as we learn from each other what's working, what's not working, what things to focus on, and what things to avoid. Collectively, it is expected that our time together will help us all leapfrog forward as we work collaboratively across North America to advance the electrification of transportation. Before we get started, I would like to cover off some housekeeping items. We are using GoToWebinar technology. Please take a moment to familiarize yourself with the dashboard on your screen. To open your dashboard, click on the orange arrow in the upper right corner of your screen. Throughout our presentations, you will have the opportunity to ask questions, and we would ask that you do so by locating the questions area on your dashboard. You can type your questions there, and we will get to them as time permits. I'm broadcasting live from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, and I'm assisted today by Shauna Ainsley of CS Week. Shauna is running our GoToMeeting controls from CS Week headquarters in Sherman, Texas. Thank you, Shauna. Our session is scheduled to run from 1 p.m. to 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be taking frequent breaks throughout the day between presentations. Questions can be asked, and we would encourage you to do so as they come to mind by typing them into your webinar screen. CS Week will be distributing copies of all of the EVCx forum presentations, recordings of our proceedings, and post-event surveys to webinar registrants. If you have a topic that you would like to present on a future EVCx forum event, we would like to hear from you. Please email me at mckendry@electricity.ca. That's MCKENDRY@electricity.ca. You'll also have the opportunity to express your interest in presenting in a survey that will follow at the end of our sessions. I'm pleased to let you know that we are broadcasting to over 100 locations across North America today, including to 23 US states and 7 Canadian provinces. From a safety perspective, please take a moment to ensure you're unencumbered from wires, are ergonomically comfortable, and have a clear path to an exit and remain hydrated. It is understood that attendees may have to temporarily leave our proceedings to attend to urgent matters, and should this be the case, please feel free to stay logged on to the webinar and simply rejoin us when you can. As we turn our attention to our agenda, you will see that we have structured our 2 days under the 3 main headings of the utility view, the world view, and the infrastructure experience view. On day 1, our speakers will include John Shipman of Con Edison in New York City area, Franz Leprand from Hydro-Quebec, and Carl Popham from Austin Energy. Tomorrow, we will be continuing on with the utility view as we hear from James Cater from Eversource up in the Massachusetts and surrounding New England state area. We will then switch our attention to the world view featuring our keynote speaker, Peter Fox-Penner. You won't want to miss this. Peter will be interviewed by Penny McLean-Connor, who's the Chief Customer Officer and Senior Vice President with Eversource. And then we'll be wrapping up tomorrow with the infrastructure experience view. This is where ABB will provide a whole different perspective to what we're individually looking to accomplish in our EV implementation. Just a reminder, if you are planning to sit in on any of tomorrow's sessions, you do need to register on the day 2 link. In order to do that, go to www.csweek.org.